Hello, hello, and welcome to Come Hang Out. I'm Jake from Come Hang Out, and we're playing some more Pokemon. Just with me this time on the casual setting in Pokemon TCG Live. And yeah, we're gonna run a Zard deck this time, and it turns out that our opponent is also on Zard. So this is the Zard v Zard mirror, it would seem. I think they're on a different Zard on top of the standard Zard, like one of the other EX Zards. The one with the very high damage output and is a fire type, not just the dark one. We are just on the dark one. So maybe they have the edge here. You'll also notice that this Zard deck is running Dunsparce. No real reason for this other than the fact that I like the Dunsparce to Dunsparce draw shit. I like it more than Bidoof Bibarel. I'm not saying it's better by any means than Bidoof Bibarel, especially when you use it with Skwovet. But I like the draw 3 and get the fuck out of there. Also of note, Dunsparce, at least Dunsparce, has no retreat cost. And if the Dunsparce is in the active slot, you could always just run away, draw it, and then swap in what you want to swap in. So the free retreat is a big reason that I like this card in general. And it provides a little bit of cute shenanigans every so often, too. At this point, you'll notice that they are on Bidoof and Bibarel. I don't remember if they were on Skwovet as well. They probably are. Just because they synergize ridiculously well with each other. Skwovet shuffling your hand and drawing 1, and then Bibarel drawing that 1 card up to 5 is just very solid digging. Yeah. So as you can see, we're kind of like, we need to find better cards. We need a better grip, so we do Professor's Research away our old hand and get a pretty decent one. Now we can actually start playing the game, like properly. Now we need rare candy, which we can get with Arven, and the boss's order is very nice, obviously, and we can evolve the Dunsparce next turn as well if need be. So I like to think that we're in pretty decent shape right now. Still very much the early game, anything can happen, but yeah, we're gonna evolve and run away. Truthfully, I probably should have waited to do that until like next turn, so I can swap in the Zard that I inevitably evolve into. But it's fine. It ends up being fine, I guess. Yeah, so we're gonna Nest Ball out another Dunsparce. Because we like to have our Dunsparces online to evolve in a pinch and then run them away and draw cards. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. If you've never tried Dunsparce to Dunsparce, it's a ton of fun. I will say that much. I don't know how good it is, but it is hilarious. And honestly, it might be my favorite like draw engine. I guess you could call it an engine. I don't know if it's really an engine. Bibarel is more of an engine with Skwovet, but the Dunsparce just draw 3 for like no reason is very, very nice. It's super enticing, and it's not limited to once per turn if you have multiples out. I guess Bibarel is not either, but yeah, it's just my preferred way to draw cards in the Zard deck, in a bunch of decks really, if we're being honest. But they're powering up their Bidoof with some fire energy. I assume they're going to retreat it some point soon. I wonder what they're Ultra Balling for. I don't remember what they get here. We'll see in a minute. Okay, they dump those two. They get an Arcanine, that's right. Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about like the Arcanine builds of Zard. It's obviously it's very good with Basin, and if you can maintain the energy on it, it's very dangerous. It hits super hard, and it can do a lot of damage. Like, don't get me wrong. And Growlithe as a base poke is really interesting because you can use its 1 energy to stoke it up to 3 immediately. or when it's capable of attacking. And yeah, it's just, you just power it up very nicely. Yeah, of course it ends the turn and all, but you know, you kind of have to. And yeah, so we rare candy up into a Zard, we Infernal Rain, and we are gonna power up the Zard as well as probably the the Radiant Zard that we have there. And we can drop another energy, and honestly I probably should have held the energy in hand just as like discard fodder for like an Ultra Ball or something, because we're pretty well set up as it is. And sometimes you want to like put another energy on something if you need to retreat something. Like I probably should have saved it. And yeah, but yeah, here's that free retreat coming into play, and we're just bopping this poor Growlithe for 180 because Zard EX is just disgusting like that. Like, I really have to say, this Zard, the Dark Zard EX, is like, I do not like this card. I think it's like way too powerful. And that's coming from like a total noob, by the way. Like, I'm sure that like I've already figured out a way to like stop this deck with like the fucking Aegislash deck that I built recently too. It like, if the deck can't prevent Aegislash from coming into play, that deck just shits on the Zard deck. In most cases. But whatever, I'm getting sidetracked. Zard EX is like, why does it do 180 at minimum for 2 energy? And why is this HP so friggin' high? It's so good on paper, and it plays really well too. The ability to just power it up instantly, as well as like other pokes of yours too, potentially, like it's too good. Like, where's the downside? Where's the reason to like run a different thing over it? I don't know. Again, there's that other Zard EX, which is also very solid, which I think that this person runs as well. As I think I mentioned earlier, we're not on that one, but I think they are. But yeah, in any case, we're gonna rare candy up another Zard because we're bad people. We're a bad person. We're a terrible individual, and we should be shamed for playing this fucking deck. We are on the Pidgeot too. I just haven't prioritized it this game. I probably could have like poffined it out and Ultra Balled and all that shit to get it online. But I feel like I don't need it online half the time. It's just like, it obviously adds a ton of consistency to the deck, like an absurd amount of consistency. Just searching any card you want at at any given moment, like once per turn. It's so powerful. And now that we do have the Pidgeot, maybe we'll do something with it. I won't spoil whether we do or not, but you'll see pretty soon if we do or don't. But yeah, it's Pidgeot, by the way, like the synergies between the Pidgeot and the Zard, like it's so good. It's such a beautiful combination. And like, as much as I hate this deck, like especially playing against it, even piloting it feels dirty to me, but playing against it, it's like I can appreciate the beauty between the synergy, and like from a deck building perspective, like why these two pokes work so well together. I like that, and I appreciate that. That said, I'm just a salty little bitch when it comes to this deck, because like it's all over the place on ranked, at least where I'm at now, and it's like such a popular deck. It's just the fact that I go up against it too frequently. I feel I wouldn't be nearly as upset about it if there were other decks to, you know, go up against more frequently. And they're in the tank, something fierce here. They're really thinking out their play. That's fine. Gonna speed this part up a bit. If we need to. Oh no, they're doing something. They're doing tail thingy. Okay, they managed to hit their tail attack, or whatever it's called, for 100. They can't even 3-hit KO my thing with a coin flip attack. Like that. Like, why does it have 330 HP? It's disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna power up our, is it Radiant Zard over there? I think it's the Radiant Zard. Because why not, right? they're not taking prizes just yet. We're going to take advantage of the Magma Basin too. And just get Radiant Zard online even without the reduced cost, which is ridiculous because it's 5 energy and we should not be able to hit that in most cases, or not need to in most cases. Yep, and we're going to dump the Pidgey and Pidgeot. We don't need that stinking birdie. We got Dunsparce and the Dunsparce for our consistency. Imagine that, pitching one of the most busted search engines in the game for a draw 3 and ditch. He's dipping and we're drawing 3 cards. Here we go. We got a Nest Ball. That's kind of cool. TM Evolution. That's another thing that I've learned. At least in like the rare candy builds of this deck, TM Devolution or Devolution is a really good tool to use against the Zard deck. It's pretty brutal. Like, if you're just knocking their Zards back down to Charmanders if they rare candied into them and not Charmeleon, like, wow. It could totally change the tide of a game. And I'm probably going to consider running just a copy or 2 of them. Probably just 1 with some Arvins is like enough. But if it gets prized, like, it's always a thing. But anyway, they're going to send out their Radiant Zard. They're going to rare candy their Charmander into the other Zard EX, which surprised me because I had not seen this card before this game. So I'm reading it and I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. So they're going to power it up with the Basin. Basin, by the way, is such a good card. I don't think I run it in my build. I probably should, honestly. But I don't know. I haven't really had the need to. It usually performs well enough without it. I understand why you would want it in like the Arcanine builds, though, for sure. Just helping to maintain that the energy momentum and like keep it stocked up for its big attack. Okay, they end up passing. Interesting. Where I think what we do here is I think we retreat into our Radiant Zard, right? Because we don't want to risk losing like 2 prize cards to them. Like we don't want them getting 2 prize cards, you know? So we're gonna go into Radiant Zard because Radiant Zard Oko's their thing anyway, and in a pinch, I'd rather have Zard EX online. Although, honestly, Radiant Zard, I think, does more damage at this point. So maybe that wasn't the right call. Maybe I should have, like... Radiant Zard is really, like... It shines in the late game, right? When, like, the prizes are low and the cost is reduced so low. But we were able to, like, get 5 energies on this thing. So we're going to take advantage of that. And it is the late game, to be fair, but... we were online before they were able to get online with it, even though we had so few prize cards remaining, which is just funny to me. So they bring in their Zard, their Fire Zard EX, and let's see what they do here. I don't remember what exactly they do here. If we're being perfectly honest, this game I played either yesterday or the day before. They Magma Basin on an energy. Do they find like a rare candy or something to get an EX online? I don't know. We just don't know. Okay, they put a Defiance Band, I think it's called, on the thing. Which I will say right out the gate, I still do not know what Defiance Band does. I did not ever read that card. It has never seemed to come into play. It's probably good if people are running it, but I have not the foggiest idea of what it friggin' does. Oh my god, I should probably read that card, though. Because maybe it'll, like, win them the game. But Lord knows I didn't read that shit. And, we're gonna... Oh my god. I think we just, like, attack, probably. And then we're gonna die to its attack, and then we're gonna take it out with our other Zard EX's attack. And then win the game. I'm pretty sure that's how the crumbs go. them's the crumbs. But we'll see. Oh, they play Growlithe. Cute little Growlithe. I feel like even with the Arcanine builds, it's usually the Zard that does all the work, the heavy lifting. It's the Zard that carries the friggin' deck. At least in most cases. Arcanine sometimes gets off like a powerful hit on something and just knocks something out, if you're fortunate enough. But again, Zard, you get a lot more mileage out of the Zard. And I think if you are gonna run like a Zard partner, it should probably be Pidgeot. I don't know why you wouldn't. Like, I don't know what Arcanine offers over the Pidgeot, if that makes sense. And I don't know if you would run all three of them. But I don't know. I'm still. It should be evident that I'm still very new to this TCG thing. I'm still learning the ropes and stuff, but like I don't know what the Arcanine offers other than damage output, I guess, over the Pidgeot. But I'd rather have like just the search power. And you'll see, and you'll notice I didn't even need the friggin' Pidgeot. The Zard just carries this deck. It's disgusting. It really sickens me. It sickens me to my core, and I'm mad at myself for playing this fucking deck. Oh my god. But yeah, we take that one, and yeah, them's the crumbs. Thank you for joining me today or tonight on this Pokemon Solo TCG Live thingy. This has been post commentary, not like live commentary, but yeah. If you enjoy this, please consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It goes a long way to support the channel. And feel free to check out our other stuff. We do a bunch of Let's Play stuff. We do some Magic the Gathering stuff as well. Tyree has been doing some Pokemon stuff too as well. And maybe we can do some stuff with Alan and Pokemon as well, because I know he collects cards, which is pretty neat. So yeah, until next time, folks, toodles.